I'm Jabbo. I've been collecting Lego for a long time.
No, a long time. Long time.
And 2022 has been a weird year because when I think about it, it's probably been one of the years that has some of the best Lego sets. Maybe some of the biggest Lego sets. Some things that are nostalgic for people. So there's been a lot of things about 2022 that probably have been really nice for a lot of in the community. And I think Lego has done a good job with making things that I guess people want. And so this is going to be a haul. But before I get to the haul, I just want to mention those Star Wars sets I listed for my friend. I put them in my BrickLink store first because I really thought about parting them out. And I'm glad I put them in the BrickLink store because one of them, the smaller one, the Bounty Hunter ship, it sold like the first or second day. So my biggest fear with Lego sets in boxes, especially when they're getting higher in the dollar amount, I don't want them to arrive and be damaged. So I feel like I packed it pretty good. I made sure too before that like the seals weren't broken for any reason. And yeah, packed it up. And one thing to keep in mind with boxes, because I've mentioned this over the years. I've done videos on how to pack stuff back in the early days on my original YouTube channel. And I did one about packing comic books because there's really I'm just going to go with it. You should really pack things imagining Ace Ventura is carrying your package. So I blame most damaged items that are damaged during shipping, not on the shipping provider like USPS or UPS or FedEx, but I blame it on the person who just threw it in the box and it's a box filled with air and the box is going to get crushed naturally. So, or they pack it like this. This is I think it's sealed. I'm pretty sure this is an eBay thing. Sealed vintage set. I don't even think this isn't even a padded envelope. It's just a paper envelope. Brilliant. Because I was going to open the set anyway, so I don't really care. But I do care because it shows a. How are there still people like this on eBay in 2022? It's like, do you not? I'm like, so this guy clearly doesn't. He doesn't care that the item's going to make it safely. I mean, this is a thin paper envelope. This is only for shipping paper, like letters or thin documents. He did put some Scotch tape on it, so maybe that he thought that would help, and then it did make it. But this is an example of poor packing. So I'm hoping that the set that I shipped is going to make it safely. I've even seen it when stuff's been well packed and the box has all kinds of damage, but the item made it okay. So yeah, pack your stuff the way it should be. Now the other set, it's another Clone Wars set or something. It's a little bit on the higher price, so I don't know if it'll sell on BrickLink. So it sells for more. What I got it listed as on BrickLink, it actually sells for more than that on eBay. But I don't want to list it on eBay because of the fees. But so let's. I'm gonna save this one for last. I got a package. So going back to what I started with at the beginning, Lego has been making a lot of good sets. Maybe I should come over this way. And I'm going to move this tripod back. This channel, we just do all kinds of great camera work. So they've made some really good sets. And I'm a little burned out though. And I've really been thinking about downsizing my collection even more. I know we did the Great Chima Purge, and then I did a list of themes that I collect and themes I no longer collect. I did a video on that. And yeah, I just always say that I'm going to thin things out, and then I get 2 more packages in the mail. So let's see how Lego did with their packaging of this. I wish I could be like I saw somebody post on Reddit, and I don't usually look at Reddit, but they got 2 sets in one box. I think I just got 1 set in one box. All right, so this is the BrickLink Design. Oh, God, you can't even see it. Boop, come on down. It says Bob Barker. Whoops. All right, so this is the BrickLink Designer set. You gotta love the great work I do here. 18 up. Set 900123. So Mardi Gras Man got this as well. So I was going to be a completionist of modular style buildings, but Lego has broke me of that with the BrickLink Designer Program. So I got this because it was a modular, but the wave that came after this, I wasn't able to get them because it sold out in minutes. And I have a job I was at, and so I wasn't able to do it. So I was a little disappointed in that. But it did give me an excuse to stop buying Lego, so there we go. So I think that's the catch-22 for me personally, and I'm in a minority. Let me open this one. I'll talk more about it. But when they make it where it's impossible for me to complete a theme, that I'm one of those completionists, then I just stop worrying about it and don't get any of it. So I go from buying everything in a theme to none of them. All right, so this is another in the modular line of buildings. It's the Lego store. Modular Lego store designed by Chris Now. So pretty cool, pretty damaged. They did, they tried to do a good job of packing. This, it's interesting that it has the creasing right here. This is apparently a common problem. I think Mardi Gras Man even had it on his, and that Star Wars set I was talking about. Here it is up here on the shelf. It's got it too. And that was something that was in the store. So I don't know if it's something where the weight of the box and the contents can't handle it. I don't think it was damaged because of the shipping. I just think it's a design flaw. I don't know with these boxes. Oh, so now I got more boxes to ship stuff. This box right here, I could use, or maybe that other box, I could use to ship that set if somebody buys it. But if nobody buys it, I'll either try it on eBay at a higher price or part it out and just give my buddy his money. Which reminds me, I need to pay him for the other one that sold. So yeah, I'm getting kind of, as I've said repeatedly, I'm getting burned out, and so I've been parting things out. So I did an order today, and it was missing a piece, and the piece is only in this set and one other superhero set like it. It was missing. Yeah, so I don't know what happened with the piece, because it's a piece that was in a set I just parted out like a few weeks ago, and there were 6 of. I parted out 3 of the sets. There should have been 6 of those pieces. The drawer showed 5. The guy ordered 3 with 2 left in the drawer. There were only 2 in the drawer. So what happened, I think, is we might have picked an order and picked too many of them, made an error. Like, it could have been one of those things where somebody's getting like 1 of this, 3 of that, and you were only supposed to grab 1, but you grabbed 3 because the one before that you grabbed 3. Type of mistakes that you can make. So I always try, my goal is like, I'll even do, this was a sealed set. This is a sealed set in my store. Or not in my store, in my personal collection. And I opened it to get that 1 piece. So I was like, do I do it or do I just credit the guy? Most people would not do what I just did, but this gave me the motivation to just like, you know what, I'm just going to go ahead and part this out. And this set does not really have that good a part out value for a discontinued set. So probably not the best idea parting it out, but I got to thin this clip. Oh, I just dropped my paper envelope set. I want to move this BrickLink Designer Program thing. So I got this on eBay here, and we're going to look at it. All right, so yeah, this just not even a bubble mailer. Oh, but he did wrap it in bubble wrap for a 19-year-old set. Check it out. Wonderful job. Oh, he even wants me to know who he is. Oh, he's only got 193 feedback, so he's a newbie. Back in the day, you would say, "Oh man, that's a lot of feedback." Now today, that's a newbie. So this is NBA Collector Set 3566. These are not. Maybe this is. I think Pedro Stojakovic. Didn't he die? Did he die? Kevin Garnett played a long time in the NBA, so he was a really good player, one all-time greats. He'll be a Hall of Famer. Jalen Rose was a good basketball player, but I don't know how his NBA career panned out. But everybody from this series is retired now, finally. I think, who was the last one? Oh, yeah, Vince Carter was the last one. So we opened one of these on camera. Not this set, it was a different one. I had another one I opened, and in both of them that I opened, the one not on camera and the one on camera, there were two sets of the cards. So we're going to open this one on camera for your viewing pleasure, since the box is already damaged. All right, so we got our little pack here with the minifigures, Kevin Garnett, Jalen Rose, and Pedro Stojakovic. Now let's see what we got for cards. We only got one pack of cards. So that shows you that perhaps those other packs were errors. Isn't that interesting? Like, it's a thing. I mean, I collect error packaging with my Thomas & Friends stuff. I'm always looking in stores to see if something's got a mistake. But it's stuff that's in clear packaging where you can see inside it. But something like this, you couldn't see in the box to see that it's an error. You don't know it's an error till you open it, and then once you open it, it's like, well, there's no value in that. So this is interesting to find that. So I'm going to part these out. I'm starting to get, if I see these at a low price, I've been getting them just to add some minifigures to the store. That doesn't look like this. All right, so that's another haul, and if I stay to my word, there will be less of these, especially of these big sets like this. I may actually build the Lego store one. I'm just kind of burned out with Lego, and I'm going to really be thinking about thinning out the collection. And it's really, I think it's nothing wrong with that, and a lot of people do it. I mean, I know a lot of us. And I did it for years, even before YouTube. I would buy a bunch of sets. I would sell some. I would build some. I would build them and then sell them. I bought stuff on eBay, built it, played with it, took it apart, sold it, bought it again. So it's like, I've done stuff like that all the time. So though there was a little stretch there when I realized I was close. Well, I've talked about this in the past. The Guinness Book of World Record, and I think it still stands because nobody's submitted a challenge to it, but the record for most built Lego sets is 1,251. Most built different Lego sets. And that world record, the sets had to be fully built. They had to have the instructions. And so I was like, well, not all Lego sets even come with instructions. In fact, I think that's the problem with these. I'm going to open this up. If Lego gets... Oh, man, they even had I just tore through the BrickLink Designer Program seal. Oh, no. Oh, so my card... Yeah. So they give me this card to go get the instructions. Get building instructions. Yeah, I don't like it, Lego. But I know that's the way it's going. They're going to online instructions. So I want to download them and save the file on my computer, because you never know what Lego's going to do. I'm sure they'll get uploaded to a fan site or something. But I like the printed instructions. So like if you were going to try to break the Guinness Book World Record for most built sets, and this was one of the sets, well, you don't have instructions. So would it qualify? I don't know. It's like I didn't understand why you had to have the instructions for it to qualify as a built set, because the instructions aren't part of the build. Are there any sets where the instructions are actually part of the build? I know instructions have been part of the box, but that's a new idea. Can you do that? Like there'd be little tiles that show you how to build, and you got to put that tile in the build as you build it. That's a dumb idea. But so yeah, 1,251. So I think, I forgot how many. It's on BrickSet. How many different things I had. Now some of those things are like books. There's collectible minifigures and things like that. But I as far as like sets, I think a set. I don't even think this would qualify. I mean, I would rather have something that's like a build, like maybe this instead of this as a built set. But technically, if you put them on their stand with their card, it would be an assembled Lego set. So I don't know. And then the other thing is like certain things, like like all the minifigures, I got them in a storage case, but not with the little display stands. And so to set up things for the Guinness Book World Record, it would be. It's not an easy thing to do. It's an impressive thing to do. But I could easily break the record. But there are other people that have more sets than I do. So it's like that was one of the things I was wanting to do, is set the Guinness World Record, but I give up on that now. So, because I know that I could do it, but then somebody like Duck Bricks, he's got his actually built. I actually told him, I said, dude, you need to, well, I don't think I said dude. I think in one of his videos, I said, you should try to break, you should, since your sets are built, go beat the world record. I mean, you got it. So I was like, yeah, there's no point in me doing it, because there are people with larger collections, and I got a lot of stuff I don't even want. I don't even care about. So I just need to get rid of it and focus on the things that I actually like, which is a lot of things that I think some of you that have been watching me for a long time or like me to show, or like to learn about, like the old stuff, some of the neat stuff that's nostalgic, new stuff that's nostalgic for the old stuff, and trains, and dinosaurs, and garbage trucks, and tipper trucks. What else do I collect? Mail trucks, airplanes, basketball players, sports. Oh my goodness. I gotta stop.